Hello, hello. Checking the sound. I think everything's working. Beautiful. Welcome to the Jazz Guitar Hour at UIS. So I never know what to do. Like in the beginning, how is it supposed to be? Supposed to wait a little bit until more people join, or just get started, or just start talking. I never know. I'm gonna be noodling for a little bit, come up with a song, play the song, and then talk about it. How about that? Today I have a little bit of an idea of a few things to talk about in terms of techniques, but a couple of music before, a couple of tunes before. Okay, got started. Um, what did I play? A little noodling, and then when sunny gets blue, and then the nearness of you. Why? Because today was a sunny day, a beautiful day here in Springfield, Illinois, which doesn't mean anything. Well, you could have a sunny day and have horrible news, or a horrible day, weather-wise, and great stuff could happen. And then I played The Nearness of You, just because I had this Nora Jones song stuck in my mind. I want to get it out. It was not that song, it was the Come Away With Me, something like Go Away With Me, something like that. So, yeah, both in the key of F. Pretend to be lecturing here. Um, yeah, just in case I forget. Of course, this I always go on tangents here. So let me see if I'm gonna remember to catch it later. One topic that I had in mind that might be a good subject to just speculate a little bit about is the use of arpeggios. Just like when you hearing the rhythm sections playing one chord, my idea to talk about is for you to play another chord on top of it, if it makes sense. And some examples like, and I'm gonna go very simple, not just basically thinking of extensions of the initial chord. For example, G minor here. You can play a D minor. Think of a D minor chord. All the extensions. See, all the D minor notes work well with this chord. So this type of stuff. Let's see if I can get a little bit more in depth than that. So C7, you can play E half diminished. It's basically looking at the chord. Thing that thing. Oh, if you don't know if you should be thinking about scales or arpeggios or all, um, it's kind of a mix. You're playing, thinking, for example, the D minor seven over G over a G minor seven chord. You're playing the five, the minor seven, then 9, and the 11th, which is yeah. Okay, I'll play another song and come back to that hopefully. Oh, contrary motion. Hey Andy, how's it going? Yeah. I'm gonna play a song that I've been I did work on. I don't know if I should say that I have been working on, but trying to explore a little bit of that contrary motion thing, which is kind of hard to do on the guitar, right? I've been checking some of your videos. You're doing some really hip stuff. Uh, One song that's kind of open, and the way Bill Evans played in the key of A, which help us guitar players getting the open strings. I'm gonna play what is it called? My Foolish Heart. Yeah. So that was my foolish interpretation of my foolish heart. Yeah, Andy, I was thinking about actually not necessarily contrary motion per se, but one thing that I was practicing over this tune was to actually get counterpoint, which involves contrary motion as well, but not necessarily. But yeah, it's a cool topic. Sometimes it happens when you're playing like I don't know if you're just thinking of nice voice leading that already kind of happen naturally, but a lot of like those guys like Gilad Hex Salmon, he does it all like really with some meaning behind it. I'm yeah. Peter Bernstein when he plays solo, he does a lot of that as well. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see what else. Yeah, and this thing here, it's lonely. AF. You can't curse here. There's family friendly. AF meaning ass forward. But it should be cool to have Andy. Anytime you wanna drive down, yeah, down. If you're in Chicago, bring your mask and yeah. I talked about Mark Tonelli. If Mark Tonelli, if you're watching, there's only a few people here, but maybe you watch it later. But he's closer to here. It's easier. But anywho, guests are welcome. Have a check. Jimmy Weeble. I can't even pronounce his name. So not even I haven't checked. Not even I don't know who's that dude. I don't even know what is that. Yeah, send me. I'll Google it. Can I find an illegal version of it? Is it about counterpoint? I assume the Jimmy Wobbling. Yeah. I'll play a tune that that I learned earlier. I have learned it before to play with the Chip Stevens organ trio. Big shout out to Chip Stevens. He's not watching. There's 100%. I'm 100% sure that Chip Stevens is not watching. But maybe he'll watch it later. A tune that he likes playing. It's called "Two for the Road" by Henry Mancini. Two for the road, Henry Mancini. So, did it sound like a mistake, this last chord? No, not really. It's E flat. Check it out. This is an E flat. E flat major 7, right? But on the bottom here, I'm doing the E flat, open D, and then you can do all. And if you do, you can put a D on top, or you can put a B, which is the sharp 5. And now I'm putting the third on top to stabilize it a little bit. Speaking of Chip Stevens, he likes using that sound. What's that sound? It's the augmented scale. I'm playing the E flat augmented scale that works over major chords of major 7. Right? Yep. You can do both fifths as well, why not? So the sharp 5 here, open string, and the natural 5 here, which Herbie Hancock does on Dolphin Dance. But Herbie Hancock doesn't have an open string. They have all open strings, 88 open strings. Okay, let's see what else. Cheers. Okay, so that's a song by Steven Swallow called Falling Grace. Just an idea about that song. Just I played in, I kept transposing it in the end of each chorus. I played three choruses, I think. Yeah. The first chorus in the key, the tune is in the key of, well, I don't know the keys. It starts in the, with an A flat major chord. What's the key of that song? I don't know. It goes around. So see, there's lots of transpositions. So just to challenge myself, I was, and in the end of, well, here I'll play the whole thing. See, we started with A flat major. Now went around a bunch of different places and ended up in G major for the first half, and then the second half starts in C minor. And then it kind of ends in B flat, then E flat, and then we're back at the beginning, A flat major. But instead of do this A flat major as the first chord, you can actually do the, instead of doing you do, just add one extra chord and then transpose the whole thing 1/4 up. That's right. It's kind of a nightmare, but it's a good nightmare, if there's such a thing. So yeah, anyway, I think a good idea to just because then you don't rely, if you're playing a chord melody going in all keys, it's kind of you can still rely on shapes, you know, but you have to work a little harder. You have to make your brain like think ahead, think of the sounds, think of the chords. You know, you just like I think it's a good exercise. So, okay, what time is it? 6:30. Well, I'll just mention a few, just to get back on the main topic that I had for today to talk about using arpeggios, superimposing different arpeggios over different chords. Like for one chord, for example, a C major 7. Instead of just play the C major 7 arpeggio, be aware that you can play. Well, if you're thinking C leading, you can play all of the arpeggios in the key. That's it. That was the end. That's the end of my masterclass. Just well, but I'm joking, but I'm serious though, cause you know you can play over this chord if you play. The ones that come to my mind that I think that I use the most is like to think of E minor over C major. See, I'm playing just. No problem, right? And then, yeah. But why am I saying that? Because I was just working with a student this week. Speaking of, oh yeah, we started talking about minor 2/5s, which is something that I don't know why, but as guitar players, or maybe everybody in jazz, is kind of scared of in the beginning, minor 2/5s. And I showed this student this idea of thinking of if you're doing a 2/5 1 that's gonna end in the key of E minor. So F sharp half diminished to B7 to E. So you can use you can do like this. You can think of. So what did I just do here? I played. I just kept I think I thought of the half diminished chord for each of the other chords. So the first one is a half diminished chord. The second one, I just transposed it out by a minor third up. That's the E7. And then the other one, I transposed the major third up. pretty handy on the guitar, so you can play your hot licks like if you can see my hand, I'm transposing the exact same shape, and yeah, it just facilitates the thinking. When you see a minor 251, you can think of three half diminished chords. So the first one, just a half diminished chord. The two, so F sharp half diminished. The second one, it works because it's A half diminished, and you're adding some creamy extensions here. You're adding or just a sharp 5 and the flat 9. Okay, and then if you move that same shape by a major third, for a E minor chord, you're adding the 6th. That's the sound. I hope that helps. I had other things in mind, but you guys have any questions? Guess I'll play another tune. Right. Pensativa by Claire Fisher. Little bossa nova flavor. Tricky tune. Another one of those maybe kind of comparable to I don't know. The one that I played earlier, Fallen Grace. Not really. This is a little bit more traditional, but still fairly unexpected changes, right? Well, similar vibe, yeah, than Fallen Grace, because Fallen Grace started in A flat, and then it went all over the place, and then G. Pensativa did G flat, and then all over the place, and then G. It's all, yeah, 12 notes. Everything is related. I don't have much to say about. I have one funny story about that tune. That if you do your research, you'll find of it's not about the tune. It's about a player who recorded that tune. Well, I'm not gonna mention the name, but it's a guy who has like a big ego, a great guitar player, but with an even greater ego. That recorded that song, Pensativa. And the funny part is that it's not funny; it's tragic. Tragic comedy, like life. Life is a tragic comedy. But this friend of mine did a project, like a master's research on about this guitar player, and then he wanted to record an album, like a tribute to the guy playing his tunes, and the guy blocked him. Like, and my friend already had gotten like a grant, in Brazil. Everything was all set, and then the guy was like, "No, nobody's gonna play my music." So, anywho, let's talk about patterns a little bit. That's something that I lied to you earlier a few weeks ago, saying that I was gonna give you like a pattern of the day type of thing. That sounds too cheesy, but I will just a couple of patterns that I have been working on that might be helpful for you. I'm gonna just show you on the melodic minor scale, whatever in a couple of like whatever G melodic minor, a couple of patterns that I have been working on. Just playing the seven chords. A little slower. And always thinking of the vacuum cleaner approach of going all the way on one position, then moving your finger a little bit. I ended here, so let's start here. Alternating. Um, I was speaking of the back to the contrary motion thing. That's something that I've used to practice, and I'm going back to it. My original idea was to develop more of this type of things and become like a Brad Meldo on the guitar. It didn't happen yet. I don't think it's gonna happen. But this type of thing, check it out. One voice goes up and the other goes down. The microphone is on the way. Whoops. Good. There you go. So yeah, you're hearing the scale going up and down at the same time. While. So it sounds like. Okay, and all keys. You know, C melodic minor. Here you go. It's kind of the way I'm doing here. I set it up in a way that it always ends on a interval of second. It could be a major second or a minor second. Um, so I'm starting here like what's the? It's like a nine, but I don't know what's an octave higher. Thinking in C, still thinking of C minor. I mean, you can hear it, right? Like, if you like the sound, you can go back and work it out. Whoops. Where are you? And then a little, of course, with patterns, sometimes it's pretty easy to find variations for the pattern, right? So thinking of the same one here, but now like it's still in C minor, so we keep the same sound. See, that's my baby steps on my attempt to play Brad Meldo stuff on the guitar. I went further. I did two very little steps. Something better than nothing. So you get the point. Now I'm doing one on the top, but okay, I'm giving away my secrets. Now I have to find new secrets. So yeah, a little maybe can help on the contrary motion thing, or like thinking of different lines, and maybe yeah, should come up with different patterns. That's all I did with this thing of going. But another thing, I'm not gonna do the metronome right now, but that I have been going back to practicing is just putting the metronome like an accent on every fifth, eighth note. So if I'm doing, you'll be like, dum, bum, bum. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but if you put the metronome, yeah, if I had I could show with a metronome, but I'm next time. That's enough of patterns, isn't it? But I love practicing patterns. I think they keep help with chops, help with ideas, being cohesive. Of course, you don't want to be playing out patterns in your solos like all the time, but a little bit always helps. And it's good exercise as well. Another tune. Thanks for tuning in. Keep coming. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Maybe then we'll get more people. A lot of people if you tell all your enemies. lots of chords. That was a tune composed by the great Paul McCartney. No, that was mine. It's called Hannah's Pandemic Waltz, and I intend to record this on an album with Ben Taylor and Nikola Jokic, with whom I have been doing a weekly live stream. In case you're not saturated with live streams, I'm not. I'm liking it. I don't care. I'm here at the UIS music channel, the Jazz Guitar Hour at UIS every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And then I'm doing another weekly live stream. Why not? Every Friday. It's mostly every. Sometimes it changes, but mostly every Friday. This week we're doing the 12th. The name of the thing is the House Trio, in case you want to check it out. And that's the people with whom I think it's gonna happen. We're gonna record 10 of my tunes, hopefully. So, well, thanks for tuning in. See, after I'm here, I plug my Rogue bass amplifier and the microphone. I want to keep playing, but I'll do one more. I promise. All right. So that was another one of my tunes. Still have to find a final title. But something more on the simpler side of things. Um, yeah. So thank you for coming, everybody. Millions of people around the flat Earth, learning modes and scales in weird chords. How beautiful is that? All right, I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.